I have 4 kids, so my family spends a lot of money on childcare. I think on average we spend about $65,000 a year on childcare, and that's a combination of daycare, after school care, and summer camp. So I have 2 school-age kids, so they're in public school, and 2 kids in daycare. And so I am not a stranger to the high cost of childcare. But last night a woman messaged me, and her message really had me thinking. All right, this is her message. It says, I just stumbled upon my total spend on childcare in my budgeting software. I have spent $183,000 between nanny share, home-based daycare, preschool, after-school care, and camps. I have 2 kids who are 8 and 5 and live in a high cost of living area. I stayed home with my kids for about a year and a half in the pandemic, so if that hadn't happened, I would have spent closer to $250,000. I know the topic of childcare costs come up a lot, so I thought I'd share some real-world data. So obviously, after reading this, I decided I had to do the math for my own family and just figure out what our total spend is going to look like per child for childcare. And I did it from ages 0 to 10. And the reason I do it till 10 is because despite the fact that most kids go to kindergarten at age 5, childcare costs don't disappear. Obviously, they go down. They're not the same as daycare, but you've got after school care and summer camp. So we spend on average $20,000 a year for daycare. So that's $20,000 a year over 5 years. One of my kids does miss the cutoff, so we're going to have 6 years for her, but let's just say $100,000 on daycare for one child. Now for after school care, we're spending about $1,000 a month for after school care and about $3,000 per summer for summer camp. And so that is $13,000 a year. And that brings us to our grand total of about $165,000 in childcare costs for one child. And this is why parents are screaming from the rooftops that we need accessible, affordable childcare for families, because these numbers are astronomical. And I'm genuinely interested. How much are you spending per year, or how much are you going to spend over the next 10 years on childcare?